Good day everyone. I have to do this video quickly before the baby wakes up. And I know a lot of you parents, you're facing the same dilemma being at home right now with the kids. Alright, so let's go into it. Today I'm going to share to you the two types of intelligence. Okay? Now, in Jamaica, we call it street smart and book smart. So you have fluid intelligence and crystallized intelligence. Now, fluid intelligence will be street smart. Crystallized intelligence will be book smart. The aim is to use both of them. But a lot of persons, all they care about is the crystallized intelligence that they want their children to have, being book smart. But they're so far being book smart can take your child, because you must remember that to know is not enough. To know something is not enough. It's what you can do with it. For example, your child learns about history, right? About their country being independent and all of that. But when your child is posed with a situation where they must use what is it that they know about how their country was independent or gain independence to relate it to today, to solve a problem, it's like they're clueless. They can't tell you when their country gained independence. They can't tell you who are the person who played an active role in it. They can't give you all of that information. They are book smart, but they can't relate it to real life to solve a problem that they are facing now. That's where fluid intelligence comes in. So crystallized intelligence is about memorizing facts, things that you can recall and write down in a test. That's crystallized intelligence. And it is so sad that even though here in Jamaica as a country, they're trying to move away from just looking on that type of intelligence only, but a lot of tests is just geared to measuring crystallized intelligence. But as I said earlier, there's so far crystallized intelligence can take your child. What about when your child goes in the real world? That's where fluid intelligence comes in. And fluid intelligence have to do with creativity, being able to problem solve when you're faced with a novel situation, something that is new, how they can problem solve and work out that situation. And life is all about problem solving. It's not about what you know. It's about solving problem daily. As we get up, we have to be problem solving, and that is what we want for our children, to be able to problem solve that. So that is where fluid intelligence comes in. Now we all know how to get crystallized intelligence, to be book smart, right? From day one they said go and read a book, do your research, sit and study. Study, recall, memorize, read, research. That's all we do to get crystallized intelligence. But what about fluid intelligence? How is it that I'm going to use what I have learned to problem solve? Now we have to learn as parents how to get our children to have fluid intelligence. And fluid intelligence comes around when you let your child be physically active. It's a science, you know. The brain is responsible for all the different type of intellect. So it's a science. There's a science behind it, and from you can understand the science, your child is good to go. So fluid intelligence comes around when your child is physically active, using their gross motor skills, jumping and flexing their muscles, whether it is through sports, through dance, through art. And then we're going to look on the fine motor skills. These are skills that they use with their fingers, their hands, and eye coordination. So art, painting and drawing and playing musical instruments. You understand? Making stuff, whether it is a pot or they're oh my gosh, there's so many things that they can use their hands to do. Making clothes. Those are not when you're doing those gross motor, doing things to develop your gross motor skills and the fine motor skills, especially doing something physically. It does something for the part of your brain called the hippocampus. Now, that part of the brain is responsible for learning and memory. And when you do physical activities, there's a chemical that is released. It is a growth chemical, a hormone. Sorry, not a chemical, a hormone that is released. And this hormone affects the hippocampus. And it also builds or creates new neurons in the brain. Right? So you'll be better able to think and problem solve. Just look on it. When we need to think clearly about something, you just go out there and decide to take a walk or go and jog. And some people, they just start doing some physical work, and it's like things just start to come into perspective. They start to think clearly. Right, man? You go out there and you kick a ball, you shoot some hoops, and things start to be so clear. You're better able to make good decisions. It's the same thing for our children. Let them go out there, let them play. I mean, if now they are quarantined at home, clear up some space. Allow them time to jump, to exercise. Let them learn new skills. Let them go on YouTube. Learn how to do a dance. Learn how to do a taekwondo, karate, whatever it is physically. Because you want to sustain that part of the brain that has to do with learning and memory. And this will better help them to be fluid, to develop fluid intelligence. It's a science behind it. There's a saying that says all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And our parents, our forefathers way back then, how many generations that came up with this saying, they know what they were talking about, and it's true. So instead of stressing your children right now to do online learning all day, then run computer and tablet, they need to learn because you're not at school. You're not at school, so you need to read a book, you need to learn. Balance it. Balance it. Now they're at home, the things that they weren't able to do at school, those creative things, do it at home with them now, no? Do it at home with them now. At times, as a parent, I am guilty as well. Just want my child to read, to gain a lot of crystallized intelligence. But sometimes, I have to say, no, man. The fluid intelligence needs to come in. So when I met my little boy start doing dancing, a lot of person, oh, you make your boy dance? I make him exert some energy. Move his little body so that those growth hormones can be released. But when your child sit, not moving, They become stressed, anxious, and then the stress hormone cortisol start to be released, and that is what destroy the neurons in the brain. And then when I say, oh, it's so hard for them to learn to understand simplest thing, them can't solve that problem, it's because we're focusing too much on one type of intelligence. We need to bring in the fluid intelligence, people. We have Google. So crystallized intelligence is not on the forefront now, because you don't have to stress yourself to know all kind of facts now, because you can just Google any information you need and your child can do it as well. So because knowledge is at your fingertips, now it's time to focus on how you're going to use that information. And this is by fluid intelligence. It can only come about when your child is physically engaged. So let your child play. Let your child explore. Learn to use musical instruments. Thanks for listening. Do have a good day.